Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sumukascha ekadantascha kapilo gajakarnakaha lambodharascha vikato vignarajo vinayakaha धूमकेतुर् गणाध्यक्षः फालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः सूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्दपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्या पारिषद्या परस्सतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतम् वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचिध कैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैः ईश्वरः सद्यः हृदि अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषिभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तम् अनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवः अभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यः स्वानुभावम् अखिलसुतिसारम् एकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतां समोन्धम संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्. With Bhagavan's anugraham, let us continue from where we left off yesterday. We came up to slokam number 47 in Adhyayam 7, Skandham number 4. Brahmanaha uchuhu. We saw the final, the Sluti, the prayer of Brahmanar, 45, 46, 47. Let me read that again. Brahmanaha uchuhu. Tvam kratuhu, tvam havihi, tvam hutasaha swayam, tvam hi mantraha samit dharma patrani cha, tvam sadasyaha dvijaha dampati devataha, agnihotram svadha soma ajyam pashuhu, tvam puragam rasaya mahasukaraha, Dhamshtriya Padmini Varanendraha Yatha Stuyamanaha Nadan Leelaya Yogibihi Vyujjaharta Trayi Gatra Yajna Kratuhu Saha Prasida Tvam Asmakam Akankshatam Darshanam Te Paribhrashta Satkarmanam कीर्त्यमानः नृभिः नाम्नि यज्ञे साते यज्ञविघ्नाः क्षयं यान्ति तस्मै नमः. We came up to that point in 47. Now we will continue with 48 and 49. 1 second. Okay. Now, in 48, Maitreya Uvacha. Maitreya Uvacha. Now, Maitreya said, so this is how the various Stutikals take place. Now, in order for, obviously, Vyasa Bhagavan is written this, Maitreya is narrating the story to Vidura, and so we know, we are listeners, you and I are hearing this, so to make sure that we don't get confused, right? That is why, even though Maitreya is the one who is saying all this, that this is what the Brahmana oracle said, this is what Gandharvas, etc., 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 but so that now we know who's speaking, okay? So Maitreya Uvacha, so to make sure that it's clearly understood. And what does Maitreya say? He says, this way, Mahavishnu, Srimad Narayana, the Parabrahman, again remember Ashtabhujang, okay, with eight hands, Bhagavan gave darshan, carrying all aidangal, everything. It's an unbelievable darshanam. And so Mahapujya, Yaga Pujya, he is the one that all the Yagangal, everything worships him, that Mahavishnu. This way, he was worshipped like this by everybody who was present there, by all the people. He says, "O Vidura, my dearest one, okay, now Dakshan has understood his error, his mistake, okay, so he got his wisdom back, he got his buddhi back, he got his memory back, as Arjuna says to Krishna, okay, and then, so having got his wisdom, the memory back, he previously was confused, right, due to his ego, that is gone, so the clarity now, all the illusions, everything is gone, so now he continues, he takes up and resumes the yagam that was stopped or destroyed by Virabhadra earlier. That's what Maitreya Uvacha. Iti Daksha Kavihi Yajnam Bhadra Rudra Abhimarsitam Kirtyamane Hrishikese Sanninye Yajna Bhavane. Iti Daksha Kavihi Yajnam Bhadra Rudra Abhimarsitam Kirtyamane Hrishikese Sanninye Yajna Bhavane. Iti, this way. Yajna Bhavane. One, all the Yajna Bhavam is what? The sacrifice we do. But what is that sacrifice? The Bhavam itself is Bhagavan. That is Yajna Pujya. Right? The form of Yajna itself is Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. Yajna Bhavane Hrishikesa. Hrishikesa is one attribute to Parabrahman. We say Srimad Narayana, right? And Hrishikesa simply means one who has mastered all the senses. Once I control my senses, that is the Hrishikesa aspect in me that is manifested. Okay? So, Hrishikesa, Bhagavan Srimad Narayana, one who is Yajna Bhavane Hrishikesa, the one Yajna Pujya, the one that's worshipped by Yajna, and that is a form of Yajna itself, that Hrishikesa. Iti Kirtyamane. This way, when he was being worshipped, that by everybody, Kirtyamane, O Bhadra, Bhadram means Mangalam, Bhajaniyam, auspiciousness, Kalyanam. These are the various sabdangal that point to what Bhadram is. But if I say security in English, Bhadram, Bhadrama Patuko, we say in colloquial Tamil, Bhadrama Patuko means what? Be secure. Secure means not just physical possessions I have and keeping my wallet with me and all that. No. Keeping my mind and senses in check and control. Keep them secure so they don't go astray. And the only way they will not go astray is for me to put my mind and senses in Bhagavan, to Bhagavan, with Bhagavan. Then they will be secure. Bhadram, that is, security is the English word. Actually, Mangalam, it is auspicious. And it is Kalyanam, most enchanting, celebrated festival that it is. Okay? And Bhajaniyam, something that is worshipable. Okay? That is what Bhadram means. Hey, Bhadra, this is my dearest Vidura, one who is nothing but Kalyana Swarupam itself, auspiciousness itself. Such a sincere devotee that Vidura was, none other than Bhagavan himself instructs Uddhava to tell Vidura, and instruct Maitreya also to go and teach the Atma Jnanam to Vidura, selected by Bhagavan. Please remember that. And why? And because he did tremendous tapas. He could not bear the departure, the slight slippage of dharmic behavior. And so he argued with his elder brother, Dhritarashtra, what you are doing is wrong. Hand over at least 5 villages back to Pandavas. But they have done everything in the dharmic way. I cautioned you, don't involve in this gambling game. I told you, you did not listen to me. Now I am telling you, at least they have done everything that you asked them to do. You owe it, according to Dharma, to hand them back at least 5 villages that they ask for. And why are you hanging on to things that don't belong to you? But Dhritarashtra, being blinded by his affection towards his children, ignored that advice from Vidura. So Vidura left. He did not stay. Balarama also did not like that war, so he also left. It's not right. Was the point? This should be avoided. And then, as Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, the war is fought in order to protect dharma. That is a dharmic thing to do. Because when adharmic behavior takes place, I cannot keep quiet. As a Kshatriya, I must fight. Right? I must eliminate adharma for the welfare of everyone. That's my duty. And Vidura, his advice was not taken. Don't commit adharmic acts, was his advice. When that was ignored and dismissed, he removed himself from the field and went to the Himalayas and did tapas. So many places he went, Kshetradanam, so many things, and mind became so pure it became. Absolutely selfless, tejas coming out of sacrifice. And that is a receptacle, pure heart. Hridayam was so pure, devoid of all impurities. That is a receptacle. That's where Bhagavan dances. Okay? And that is a Kshirasagaram. That is why Maitreya calls him a Bhadra. Kshatta is another word he uses, if you remember right. Earlier on he's called him. Kshatta means one who was born to a servant maid. Here, Bhadra is the word he uses. And that shows, oh, Mangalakaramanavane, that is what in Tamil we can say. Okay? Oh, and so he says, Bhadra, Vidura, Kavihi Dakshaha. Kavihi. Kavihi here, it means one who has obtained wisdom back. All of us, you and I, everybody has got that Atma Jnanam. Only thing is we have forgotten it. So to get it back, okay, once I do that, become a Kavi. And the Kavihi, that Dakshaha, one who was, because he was clouded, his mind was clouded, intellect was clouded, buddhi was clouded due to his ego and pride. Remember, because Brahma appointed him as a leader of all the Prajapatis, right? Got into his head. And in turn, what did he do? Derided Bhagavan himself, who appeared in the form of Paramasiva and Rudra, right? So that confusion, that ego, that pride, everything is gone. And with the clear clarity of mind and heart and purpose, Rudra Abhimarsitam or Rudra Avamarsitam, with the way it has been written in the book. And the Rudra Avamarsitam Yajnam. Yajnam is the object. So the yajnam that was destroyed, stopped by Rudra in the form of Virabhadra, he came. That yagam, his son Minye, he resumed the activities of conducting that yagam. Maitreya Uvacha. Iti Daksha Kavihi Yajnam Bhadra Rudra Abhimarshtitam Kirtyamane Rushi Kese Sanminye Yagyabhavane. So, next one, 49. In 49, it continues again. It says Anagha is the word he uses. Again, Maitreya addressing Vidura. Anagha is one of the namas in Sahasranamam that you can see for Bhagavan, which means basically faultless. Agha means impurity. Anagha means no impurity, faultless, absolutely pure. So that's what he addresses in the next slokam. See, that's how he says Bhadra, Anagha and all that. They're all not easy titles to get, appellations to get, okay. Anagha, then he says, Bhagavan, whose Visvaswarupi, Sarvaswarupi, forms of everything, embodiment, the indweller in all forms, and he is also the one, Parabrahman is the one that receives all the offerings. Now, I may not offer to him directly. I may offer it to one of the devas, one of the lieutenants, so to speak. Okay, Bhagavan is nothing but prema, love, hridayavasi. Forgetting that, but dictated by that love, compelled by that love, I offer something to somebody else. Doesn't matter, could be a deva, could be anybody it is. That is offered in love. So only love only receives it. Parabrahman only receives it. And who is the Atmanivasi. But he receives it, but I offer it to somebody else. Finally, it goes only to him. And so he is the one, Sarva Bhaga book. That's the padangal that is used. So one who actually receives all the offerings. But the important is Bhaktya Prayachati. Very important. You are just offered with love, it takes it, immediately receives it. Otherwise, it just passes by, that's all. Okay. I continue doing my things, and Bhagavan is watching. Is he going to do it with love, with selfless love, with real offering, with full surrender? So many things are there. He's watching. But once it is offered, whoever I offer it to, even if I offer it to a crow in the backyard, say some rice in the morning that you give, if you offer it with love, who do you think gets it? Bhagavan. Very important. Who doesn't matter, whoever it is. A stranger comes in, a guest comes in, even your friend, whoever it may be, when you offer something with love, even if it's a glass of water, but with love, Bhagavan receives it immediately. Okay? So these are Sarva Bhaga book. That Bhagavan, that Parabrahman, who's appearing as Srimad Narayana here, then what did he do? Now in the Yagam, as we saw earlier, offerings are made to different devatas. They see with different mantram, in different sequence, in prescribed sequence, or with the prescribed mantrangal. Okay, offering swaha mantram is offered, right? Isn't just not at one swaha. It is offered, several swaha mantrangal come. Each one is offered to one particular deva. And one of them is also Srimad Narayana, Mahavishnu. So he receives, he takes it very happily. Even though he is the enjoyer and receiver of all the offerings, he accepts the one that offered to him directly also. Okay? Purnam adaha purnam idam. Everything is total, complete. It's not, we should not think in terms of the way we are taught in mathematics, divide this, that. No, that doesn't work. It's a quality. The sweetness can never be divided. Still, it remains sweet in wholesome. It is like that, okay? So, because with that, he is very pleased that Bhagavan Srimad Narayana, when Daksha starts resuming the activities for conducting the yagam and completing it, having been very pleased with at least the offer that is given to him, even though he's the enjoyer of everything, the acceptor, receiver of everything, and very pleased, because this is what Bhagavan, Swami is so compassionate, so it's not it's unbelievable. It's completely, we talk about forgiving and all this. I mean, these are all human terms, So Bhagavan, I make an error, that's all. There is no punishment, nothing. Once I learn my lesson, the Divine Mother is extremely happy. Okay, I'm extremely happy and very pleased, because the whole idea is to teach me. Okay, so he is very happy, very happily. He calls Daksha to him, and then he spoke to him. So that is the meaning of this Slokam 49. Bhagavan svena bhagena sarvatma sarva bhaga bhuk daksham babhasha abhashya priyamanaha iva anagha. Bhagavan svena bhagena sarvatma sarva bhaga bhuk daksham babhasha abhashya priyamanaha iva anagha. Ye anagha, faultless one is Vidura, Sarvatma, Sarvas Atma Swarupi, one who is the embodiment in everything. Okay? That Sarvatma, Sarva Bhaga Bhuk, one who is the enjoyer. Bhuk means to enjoy. And enjoy means not in the physical taste that you and I or with our senses. No. Enjoy means one who see, when you do something very lovingly to someone, even to a child or to a stranger, there is a instant santam that descends. And that santam is just not the mental peace. It is actually very blissful, right? We all experience it, I'm sure. So that is what enjoyment truly means. Sarva Bhaga Bhuk, Bhagavan, who is Sarvatma, Sarva Bhaga Bhuk, Bhagavan, Svena Bhagena, receiving the offering of his portion on the yajnam that has been offered to him, Priyamana Iva, very pleased, Daksham Abhashya, calling Dakshan to him, goes to him. Okay, Daksham Abhashya, Dakshanai Arete, okay, calling Dakshan to him, Babhasha, he spoke to him. Bhagavan Srimad Narayana spoke to him. Bhagavan Svena Bhagena Sarvatma Sarva Bhaga Bhuk Daksham Babhasha Abhashya Priyamanaha Iva Anagha. Now, Slokam number 50. Is it 50? Yeah, 50, 51, 52, 53, and 54. That is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan said. Then, so that is 5 slokams. Maitreya Uvacha starts in 55 and goes up to 61, where Maitreya describes the conclusion of the yajnam. Now, the 50 through 54, the 5 slokams, with Bhagavan's grace, we will take up tomorrow, because it is one continuous, the Bhagavan speaking is continuous stream, and I don't want to break it up because of our time constraints. So with Swami's grace, we will take it up tomorrow, those 5 slokams. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santit Santit Santihi Harihi Om.